Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. If you are an old friend, then welcome back. If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. Okay, so I was pulling on an energy before bed last night that seemed like a pretty big energy, and I actually didn't even really get much sleep at all the night before last, because I could definitely feel there was some kind of shift in the energy. So I can feel the energy, it's coming in, and I'm trying to work through it. And it is, bits and pieces of energies that we've been getting, messages that we've been receiving, but it's kind of like they're being woven in such a way, or coming through even stronger now to help us see how it's all coming together. It all relates to one another. Okay. Even some of these personal individual messages, these individual things that you all might be going through, relate to the bigger picture messages. Okay. It relates to the energy, so that's why it's important, I do feel, to, watch the collective readings, as well as the individual readings. If you're here for that kind of thing, I know a lot of people watch tarot just because it's fun, or they want to know about their boyfriend, or how to make more money. But for me, tarot is much more personal and meaningful than that, and hopefully it is to you too, because it is a valuable tool and resource. So hopefully we are using it wisely. Just like all the other, tools and resources that we have available to us, like the internet. Okay, so anyways, moving on. I am going to pull on the energy, and point being, I got woken up a little bit early this morning. So I'm just still thinking about this energy, so I kind of want to pull on it and see, what else there might be. Okay, so we have movement 2 and 12, okay? 2, 1, 2 may be significant. Might want to look that up and see, what the messages there are to be had there as far as angel numbers and stuff are concerned. We also have sacrifice, movement, choices, decisions. Okay, so this is kind of another energy that we had recently about the equinox and stuff like that, right? And moving forward, and that, like, we're not going to be able to move forward until a certain sacrifice is made. Okay. Now sometimes these sacrifices can be self-sacrifices, as far as you give up meat, right? Okay, like we're talking about like Lent and things like that, right? All right, so that kind of sacrifice. So it's like giving up or only eating fish for the next 40 days, or fasting, you know what I mean? Which only eating fish for 40 days kind of is a fast. It's like a fish fast. But that kind of thing, okay, that is a form of sacrifice, of self-sacrifice, okay? And then there is, well, there's the other kind of sacrifice, the not so good sacrifice, where you end up, sacrificing other people, right? With bad intentions, okay? Or you put your burdens on to someone else. Okay, that is a form of sacrifice, but it's not self-sacrifice. That's you sacrificing someone else. Okay, but it is there, okay? And then there's also, again, a form of sacrifice that maybe you're giving up a part of yourself, or maybe you're giving up a bad habit, okay? Like smoking. Okay, so like, let's say you choose to stop smoking, right? As a form of, like, sacrifice, of saying, like, you know what, God, I'm going to stop doing this. to show you how much I care. And sometimes there are the sacrifices, that like are required by God. Okay. So in the instance of the previous read about sacrifice, it was sacrificing a person as far as not even like sacrificing them like harmfully. It was just sacrificing like your need to control the situation, your need to help this person. Maybe you have some kind of God complex or savior complex, and so you have to let that go and you have to give this person to God. That kind of sacrifice. Okay. It's not like it's not like handing them over to the devil. It's like giving them to God to allow God to fix them, right? Because you are not God, right? So, all right, sorry, that was a mouthful. But that is kind of what I'm getting from that. Right, okay, so again, it's just confirming the triumphant success of the new beginning. So it's like, in order to achieve this new beginning, in order to achieve success and triumph, and receive this new beginning, okay, we have to sacrifice something in order to move forward into the new beginning, okay? Right, okay? Harmony, priorities, love. Okay, so it's like also like moving forward, needing to make like peace, love, and harmony. Okay, priorities. Prioritizing peace, love, and harmony. Also prioritizing those who prioritize peace, love, and harmony. Okay, so it's like not wasting your time with people who don't understand or care enough to want peace, love, and harmony. So it's like focusing your attention on the things that really matter. Okay. Anything from this side. Right? And maybe sacrificing the things that don't really matter, or the people who don't prioritize harmony and love. Okay. I hope that these messages aren't getting redundant. You know what I mean? I feel like each message, even though it may have a similar feel to it, has its own, reason. Its own merit, its own message that will be helpful to someone. At least I hope. I do think that is the point and the reason and the intention, right? Yeah, I'm not even sure if I'm going to post this message, to be honest. But, I mean, if you're seeing it, then I posted it. I try to post all the messages that I actually do, that I take the time to record, because I feel like, there's a reason and a purpose, and it'll be for someone. Okay, right, Amber, healing. The wound is the place where the light enters you, okay? So, yeah, making healing a priority moving forward. This is part of the new beginning, okay? I just did another reading that I didn't record. I mean, I did a short on it, but there was a lot more to that behind the scenes. But the most recent short that I uploaded, it talks about God's plan is to change the world, the future of the world by, making good choices moving forward. So I feel like that's part of this as well with this healing. Okay, it's like healing the world one good decision at a time. Okay, so it's like maybe we've made a lot of bad decisions, and in order to move forward, we need to sacrifice, you know, those bad decisions or whatever like came from excuse me, those bad decisions kind of thing. You know, could be a person, place, or thing, right? But like, you know, it's all about, it's part of the healing journey, right? And part of your healing journey, your individual personal healing journey, is finding out what it is, right, that you need to sacrifice in order to be able to move forward in peace, love, harmony, light, healing, success, triumph, right? Maybe it's about asking God to help you see where you went wrong and then learn how to make things right by in the future by making better choices. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. Okay, I'm gonna do the Light Seers Tarot and see what comes out here. All right, I'm gonna shuffle this first. We have the Devil and the King of Cups on the bottom of the deck, right? So I feel like this is all about like making good choices, right? Okay, are you going to choose the Devil or are you going to choose the King of Cups? Are you going to choose the thing that is toxic or the thing that is good and healing, right? The thing that you know is good for you or the thing that you know is bad for you, all right? And if you don't know, then ask God to show you. Okay? All right. What else? Okay. So sometimes sometimes our battles are with, you know, other people or principalities or energies or, you know, but sometimes the battle, okay, is within ourselves. 9 of Wands, 8 of Swords, Judgment, 8 of Wands, the Tower, and the Page of Cups. It's like accepting the reality that maybe you did this to yourself, okay? Allowing yourself to be judged by God, but also yourself. And knowing and understanding that judgment isn't always necessarily a bad thing, especially if it's self-judgment. Yes, it can be bad if you're doing it toxically, right? You know, hurting yourself by judging yourself too harshly. But understand that God, our God, is a just and loving God, right? Okay? And so judge yourself accordingly, you know, as like, see yourself as God sees you. And that is like, you know, a work in progress. We're all a work in progress, okay? We all have issues. We all have trauma. We all have wounds. Okay? And the Tower is like that illumination, that sudden realization that maybe you've been holding yourself back, or maybe, like I said, like you did this to yourself, right? And realizing like what your dreams were and what your dreams are, okay? And that the opportunity is coming quickly. With Tower and the 8 of Swords, it's like to release yourself, all right? The opportunity is coming quickly to release yourself from this imprisonment, whether it is self-imposed or imposed by other people. The opportunity is here. Okay? And it's up to you and you alone. All right? Just you and God, really. On what you do moving forward. And this could be some kind of communication, okay? Maybe you might be expecting some kind of communication, or you might be communicating with a certain person. You might be communicating with a certain spirit, okay? That is going to help you move through all of this. To, like I said, to help you realize what it is that you need to sacrifice, okay? It could be a mentality. It could be a person, a place, a thing, a habit, a mindset. I'm going to do this Oracle double decker next. Oh, that flipped out. What's that? Yeah. Okay, so it's like the Uncharted Sea, message in a bottle. It's like going places emotionally that you've never been before. Receiving messages, okay? Receiving, possibly allowing other people to speak to you about how they feel. And in both of you going places you've never been before, emotionally, opening yourself up. Okay. All right. I think I'm going to do, I'll pull a couple from this deck and then I'll do the double decker and be done. Anything from this deck? June. Oh, come back here. It's rolling away. Okay, so June. Door, opportunities await for you. Okay, so there may be some kind of door opening in June. All right, an opportunity. We have opportunities all the time, right? On this channel, we talk a lot about the portals and things like that, right? That is just another way to help you get on track, get in alignment, move through the energies. Every portal is an opportunity to reflect and also look towards the future, okay, to see what it is that we need to learn, grow, change, all that stuff, okay? It's all part of the healing process, the healing journey, okay? Anything else? Okay, we have the Four of Wands and the Ten of Swords. So the Four of Wands talks about, okay, home, marriage, family, possibly about reunions, happiness, creativity, freedom, celebration, joy. It could also be 1111, with the pillars here, okay? So it could be something about a twin flame journey, all right? Ten of Swords, painful endings, betrayal, loss, crisis, collapse, defeat. Maybe these are things that you need to heal and work on, right? Maybe you've been betrayed. Maybe you've had painful endings. Maybe, you came from a difficult home, right? Okay. A difficult family life, a difficult home life, right? That your home life was, more of a betrayal than a happy home. It could be a lot of different things, okay? And maybe these are things that you are needing to learn, grow, and heal from, okay? And this could be talking about like childhood wounds, you know, growing up in a toxic, not so good household, or maybe as you got older, you created one for yourself, okay? And now you need to learn how to get out of it. It could be a lot of different things. But these are just some of the things that I'm picking up on here. Okay, so Seven of Swords and Page of Cups. So I am getting that, you know, there's some kind of betrayal, okay? Possibly like as a teenager. Or maybe your life became difficult as a teenager, all right? When you became a teenager, life got hard because either you started betraying yourself or other people started betraying you. And, you know, maybe there was betrayal in the home. Maybe you betrayed yourself, you know what I mean? By making bad decisions, you know, from an early age. And maybe part of that betrayal was that you didn't have, you know, the Four of Wands, loving, stable home, family, you know what I mean, to help you through that like you should have. Maybe they weren't there for you like you needed them to be. Yeah, I'm kind of getting with the Nine of Wands underneath there that is kind of the case. But also, you know, understanding that it's not, you know, our healing is our responsibility. It's not on anyone else. Right? Exactly. Ten of Cups, Ace of Swords. Okay? It's like the breakthrough, right? Okay? The clarity, the truth, the understanding comes from the fact that our happiness is our own responsibility. All right? We have to take accountability and responsibility for the choices that we made or that we even allowed other people to do, right? Okay? Because if you did have family that actively worked to, you know, to harm and betray you in your own home and family, right? Then you allowed that by continuing to allow them to be in your life. And maybe that's part of the sacrifice that needs to be made, is that you need to make changes, right? By kicking these people out of your life, okay? Surgically removing them, Ace of Swords, all right? In order to obtain your Ten of Cups happiness. Okay, the Hierophant reverse. So for some of you, I'm getting that this could be religious wounds, okay? Like having grown up in an overly religious home that looked good for wands, you know, on the outside, but on the inside was really kind of a Seven of Swords, Ten of Swords, where you're like, they speak all, you know, love, light, forgiveness, and all that, and judge you, lest not ye be judged. However, behind the scenes, they're actually doing the exact opposite, right? And so this could also be you turning away from that religious ideology and like going your own way, making your own path, solidifying your own relationship, your own personal relationship with God. Anything else? All right, one more time. Anything else? Anything else? Eight of Pentacles reverse, okay? What I'm getting from this is, even if, okay, we have had a lot of reads recently about like having mastered something, but the fact of the matter is no matter how many times you master a certain thing, you know, we're always going to be a work in progress. Okay. Self-development. We're always going to be a work in progress. And that no matter how much you may have already overcome, there's always going to be more work that can be done. And it's not to say, you know, like to be harsh on yourself. It's just saying that, like, if you're not learning, if you're not changing, if you're not growing, then you're dying. So as long as you're alive, there's always something to learn, right? To help you, you know, become a better person. And to help you understand. And sometimes that is also to help other people. Okay, Ace of Pentacles and Nine of Cups. So this is another thing, another kind of recurring thing that we've been getting a lot lately is that, like, it's like a gift, okay? Spirit or the earth itself wants to gift you a wish, wants to give you something. Because I feel like you have worked so hard. You have come so far in your self-development that you have reached a milestone point that you deserve to get something in return for all of your efforts, okay? And also fulfillment, okay? Like wish fulfillment, maybe some kind of prophecy fulfillment, but that, you know, like you deserve maybe money that is going to help you gain emotional stability that maybe you had been missing. Okay. Well, I hope this has helped you in some way, shape, or form. I hope, if nothing else, it has entertained you for a few moments in time. And I hope that if you haven't already, you will help someone else who potentially could use this message, even if you did not, by liking, sharing, and subscribing. Okay? Thanks. Bye.